Religious nutjob EPS don't approve of me dating their son. I was attending an anime convention around 2 years ago and it was the first time I had gathered the courage to cosplay. Doki Doki Literature Club had been out for maybe a month or two and was super popular, so me and my friends decided to go as the main girls, with me of course dressing up as Monica. The whole thing was amazing. Conventions themselves are always fun, but when you're cosplaying it's a whole new thing. During this time it wasn't uncommon to have people come up and give all four of us compliments or ask to take pictures with us. It's also important to note that for whatever reason that there's protesters at these conventions. They're your usual overbearing religious nutjob fun police types, but I have no idea what they actually protest. Anyways, one day we're walking around when this guy who looks to be about our age comes up to me and my friends were going out for food and has this conversation with us about our costumes, getting into the game, giving us compliments, etc. He then asks to take some pictures with us, asking for some specific photos. One is where we're all trying to pull at him, and then he wants to take one-on-one photo with each of us with me looking in the background looking angry or spooky. It makes sense if you've seen or played the game. The final picture is of me holding onto his arm with a big smile while he looks terrified. After the photo we're exchanging Instagram info, and I casually ask if he's there with anyone, and he got super uncomfortable and said that he was there with his family. As the day goes on we're messaging each other over Instagram, and things had started to get pretty flirty. Eventually he asks me out to dinner at a restaurant near the hotel we're staying at. The date itself was pretty good. He was funny, we watched a lot of the same shows, and could banter back and forth on differences in opinion. A few weeks go by and we're dating at this point. We're over at his place and things are getting pretty hot and heavy on the sofa. Luckily nothing too raunchy was going on because his parents walk in with groceries out of nowhere. Apparently he hadn't told them about me, because they were all like, "Oh, who are you?" Although they didn't seem too upset on what they had walked in on. I'm beyond mortified, but the parents sit down across from us after putting the groceries down and start asking questions. What's my name? How did we meet? Etc. The both of them seem very excited to meet me at first. I introduce myself and tell the story of how we met and pull up our photo together with me in costume and show it to them. They get these grim looks on their faces like they just found out I killed someone and give their son this death glare. At this point they're asking me to leave and I'm asking if I did something wrong and apologizing if I did. It's just we want someone modest for our son and we don't see you two being a good match. Me, what? You don't exactly line up with our beliefs is all. Please leave. We need to talk with our son. Me, I don't understand. You need me to spell it out. He doesn't need some atheist slut in his life. BF, Mom. Ed, don't raise your voice to your mother. Walk your little friend out and say goodbye. They argue for another minute or two before my boyfriend walks me out. He gives me a kiss and tells me he's sorry and he'll call me later. When he finally calls back he explains how his parents help organize those protests at conventions and how they had some weird views like that. He said he fought with them for over an hour, about how he was done with their bullshit after they demanded he never speak to me again. He ended up moving in with me about a month after that. It was kind of soon, but he didn't really have anywhere to go since his parents had given him an ultimatum and apparently his entire family is like that. On the bright side we're still together, so at least the story has a bit of a happy ending.